All right, welcome to the too much. Welcome to the Christmas episode of the DirtyV and Chico show. I'm Chico.
Hey, I'm DirtyV. You should have been like along with me as DirtyV.
Hey, we should probably work on these things some more.
What?
Hey, welcome to the Christmas episode of the DirtyV and Chico show. I'm DirtyV. This is my man.
You're not DirtyV. I'm definitely DirtyV.
All right.
I'm liking it.
Hey, what's going? Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Christmas episode of the DirtyV and Chico show. I'm Chico. This is my man DirtyV.
Yo.
And I know it's been some time, but let's get started.
All right.
It's Christmas. You know, it's been a while. Last time we filmed was what, the
Halloween episode.
Halloween episode. Well, sort of. That's not actually the last time we filmed.
No.
But we can get into that.
Yeah, I guess technically it's not the last time we filmed.
No, we filmed quite a bit since then, actually. So, but it's Christmas coming up. Have you done your shopping yet? You all ready to go? You got your gifts and everything set up?
Yeah, we went shopping last weekend and finished up most of the rest online. I was lucky, didn't have to fight in any of the stores and do anything crazy like that.
You're not buying for any kids? You don't have like kids to buy for or anything like that?
No, we don't unfortunately have any kids yet, at least. But basically, we're not buying gifts for everybody this year. We're gonna do kind of like Secret Santa or
okay.
White elephant type deal.
What is that? The white elephant?
I don't know
what that is.
I wanted to look up to see where the origin of that was.
Aren't you going out
I
tonight?
I think white elephant has to do with because they're like little. It's supposed to be like little trinkets. So I don't know if it's.
Oh, for people who don't understand like at all, like what is the white elephant thing? And by people who don't understand at all, I mean me.
Well, basically, it's like a gift exchange, but instead of buying everybody a gift, you buy one single gift. Actually, I don't even know if we did it. We didn't even really do it like that. We basically just chose that we're gonna buy a gift for one person instead of everybody.
So everyone.
And then we drew from a hat.
So
like, so I'm buying for this person right here. They're buying. So kind of was like a little hustle that we it was like a little side hustle where we're like. Basically, we're not buying gifts for everyone. This is our way of turning it into somewhat of a game to where we're just buying gifts for one person.
Did you
and the baby.
You guys invented your portion of the game, or this is how it's supposed to be played? Or
well,
you guys, everyone's going to be mad at you because...
the white elephant. And basically, the white elephant,
I don't know.
I think is where everybody puts in a gift under the tree. You make a... you work out a price like $25 or less. Everybody goes out and buys a $25 gift. Put them under the tree. Boom.
Okay.
Everybody draws like some kind of card or number, so there's like an order. Like I'm the first person to go.
Okay.
I go out and pick a gift.
See now.
Then you go second, and you can either take my gift that I open.
Do you open it? Oh,
yeah,
you do
I
open it.
Up.
Okay.
Everybody's like, oh, or they're like, ooh, I didn't get that.
So
and then the next person can either choose to take that or
open a new one that they haven't seen yet.
One. Yeah.
So it's like
the
Price is Right, basically, something like that.
Yeah, and then it kind of goes like that. There are like a couple little caveats, like I believe. I can't remember if it's like a gift can only be taken so many times or something like that. Like it can only be stolen 3 times, and then it's like, okay, guys, we get it. Everybody wants the iPod.
Did you guys stay within the price range that you were supposed to stay in?
Most people try. I mean, that's the whole thing is to try to get something that's. I don't know. It's actually the people play it differently. I've seen people get some pretty janky stuff. I bought a used car radiator.
Isn't it?
Not this year. One year. One year at a different one. I went out and bought a used car radiator.
What? As a joke?
Yeah,
I hope that was for your buddies and not
I forgot about that. It was about this big and about that big, and I put it inside I think a flat screen TV box or something. Yeah, I put it in something, and people were like, "Oh snap! We got a flat screen." And then I was like, nah, dog, you might want to open that up. And there was definitely a used car. It probably didn't even work. But radiators, actually, you get some good mileage out of those.
That had to have been, what, like college days? Or
that was, I don't remember where that was at. That is a random story. Yeah, I don't even remember. I was a little bit younger.
Yeah,
that was hence why I would even do something like nowadays. I don't think I would do something like
well,
that.
I haven't bought any gifts yet at all for anyone. I'm gonna do all my shopping.
Oh, sick!
Like the next couple
Chico
of days.
Style, get that discount, get that last minute discount.
If I I used to sometimes like when things were like kind of rough or whatever, I would be like, I'm gonna go, instead of doing the Christmas, I would celebrate the Three Kings holiday, which would be better because Three Kings holiday is like, it's supposed to represent when the three wise men bought the gifts to.
Is that where you get dulces in your zapatos?
What?
Someone's like, "Yo, why are you saying dulces in your zapatos?"
Yeah, what is? But
I'm like, that's candy in your shoes.
There's something about putting candy in.
Not red. I had Spanish class in middle school because they had it was called it was some kind of art cycle you went on. You had like one part of the year you had art, I believe. One part of the year you had a foreign language, and then one part of the year you had something else that kind of completed the cycle.
It was like an elective though, but the foreign language you had
elective. They were like kind of special. They were like kind of like kind of bonus classes, really. Okay. Like kind of stuff you would normally get in middle school.
Okay,
you know
okay.
What I mean?
Oh, it was middle school.
Music.
Yeah.
I think it was the other one was music.
Okay.
There's music
and
foreign language, which was Spanish. Senora.
This is in Florida, right?
Yeah, Senora Ferguson. She did not like me at all. But I do remember she carried around a little tin. Like, it looked like one of those, you ever seen at like Costco or whatever, you can get those big tins of
with the cookies
Cheetos,
and stuff like, or
pretzels sometimes, or like the cheesy poofs.
Yeah.
It was like one of those, but it just said Dulces on the, with the big bumper sticker.
Okay, that's candy.
And she'd be like, alright, so how do you say, how's the weather? Or it's hot outside. And you'd be like, it's I say frio or whatever. Cold, and she'd be like, Dulce! She just straight hit you with one. So, like, Dulce became big news around our neck of the woods, basically.
But what is the Dulce de Zapatos?
Come Christmas time, she was like, yo, she weaved the tale of the wise men and how if you're a good boy or girl, check your shoes in the morning because you probably got some dulces in there.
So it was, and I'm laughing. It's probably exactly what it was called. I just didn't.
I wish I remember what it was.
What we used to do was we would put. We were supposed to put. We did use a shoebox sometimes, but that was. But we would put grass inside of it, and then we would put like gifts, and then we would get gifts, and it would be like under the bed.
Like on the Easter baskets.
Yeah, no, we would actually use real grass.
Real grass.
Yeah. Okay. I guess no. Wait a second, no, because it was in New York usually, and there was grass out there. It wasn't too dead in the winter where the grass was. I don't know, man. I probably just I should remember better.
There's a lot of holes in this story, Chico.
No, but so it's better though, because if you celebrate that, it's after Christmas. All the like everything is like twice as cheap, I mean, everything's like 50% off or whatever, and you can figure out what everyone else has already gotten, and then you get other stuff, and it's
when you get those 50% off sales,
yes, it definitely makes it better.
That makes a difference. You get twice as much stuff.
All right. So, what was your favorite movie for Christmas when you were growing up?
When I was growing up?
Yeah. No, just your favorite of all time. And have you watched it yet this Christmas? I haven't done anything Christmassy this Christmas at all. Like nothing. I haven't taken the kids like driving around or anything like that. Have you gone and seen the lights?
Scrooge.
Well, I mean, they've gone with their mom.
No, but I set up the lights.
See, I haven't set up lights, anything, nothing.
Yeah, I set up lights, and I haven't really... We haven't gone. We were going to go to the Botanic Gardens like a couple of weeks ago, but it was so cold. We were like, nah, we're going to order in.
I've never done that. I've never done the zoo because the zoo has something, but for me, it's like, I don't know.
I've not done that either.
Yeah, I want to see.
But we usually will go, I like going out, like having drinks at like the bar or somewhere, and usually if you go to most bars will have it.
You need to have a kid is what you need, and then take them so you can take them to the have the fun experience of having a kid screaming on Santa's lap, which is what I'm thankfully getting to avoid this year, because the 9-year-old doesn't want to do. He's like, no, I don't want to sit on Santa's lap at all, and my 5-year-old's gonna go with his mom.
Well, if they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it.
No, we used to make them do it. we've got pictures of the kid of Noah.
There are some good ones out there, actually. Just like,
sitting on Santa's lap, yeah, because it's like you want the picture, you want to send it to the family and stuff like that, but yeah, it's
yeah, I can see that, but I feel like nowadays I would just have my own camera, especially with the iPhone. It's so good.
And do it like
just take your own pictures of your kid.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we're doing our pictures now. I guess we can do that, but I don't know.
I mean, we went and looked to see if they had Olin Mills. You ever gone to Olin Mills?
Oh, what's that?
Have you heard of Glamour Shots?
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like that Glamour Shots. I don't know how local it is. I thought it was really big. Basically, J.C. Penney's bought it, I believe.
Okay.
And I think it's just J.C. Penney's photo now.
Okay,
but basically, it's just the old one where they're like, and then they're above, like they're on a stool above you, and it's like, do they
Photoshop?
Everybody looks a different way.
Do they Photoshop other pictures, like things into the?
Yeah, they have like the Hawaiian backdrop, or they got like
Claus,
just like reindeers. A plaid, or like I remember distinctly as a kid, me and my sister, because Mom, that would be a good gift that you could get, where it'd be like whatever, it'd be a little expensive, but you'd get 100 photos and you could hit everybody up.
Right.
If you're grandma, you get the big one. If you're aunt and uncle, you get the little bit medium sized one. If you're friend at school, you get the wallet. Remember the wallet?
Yes.
Do they do that anymore?
They do.
Off topic. But I was gonna say, I definitely remember one that was a backdrop of a Christmas tree.
Okay.
That me and my sister did when we were like, I don't know, 10.
See, it's weird because now I don't even, because you were asking about the wallet and the pictures and stuff like that. I don't even. You take the pictures and stuff like that, and then it's like you don't mail them out anymore because you can just email it to someone.
Yeah.
And
there's Facebook, and it's like everybody wants to look at it on Facebook, or everybody wants to look at it on whatever social website that they use for consumption or whatever. But yeah, I haven't had anybody bust out a wallet on me in a while.
I don't know if when you just pull out pull out your phone. Yeah, you just pull out your phone. My mom, she'll pull out her phone. Like she was having me the other night.
Okay, speaking of wallets, I was just trying to think of how you used to flash the wallet. Remember how you would open up the wallet and it would have like a little mini book of like 4 or 5 pages?
Yes.
And you'd have like, some people would have their family album. Some people would have like 30 pictures in there. They'd have like that many.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or it would fold all the way out.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. Yeah, they'd be like, oh yeah.
And the kid's like already 10, 12 years older than.
They're old, and they'll say Olin Mills right in the right corner, and like what is that, foil etched.
The pictures that were normally in there would be that I would always see would be like high school photos and stuff like that.
Exactly. Your school photos would be wallets.
But yeah, so no. Anyways, back
maybe like you get 1 6x8. 1 4x4 and 65 wallets.
They rob you now, and I think that's just because no one's taking pictures anymore. Because now it's like you get like one picture. Well, that's the thing, because they know someone's going to take the picture and then go take it to the Walgreens or something.
They're like, what, you print it out on the printer?
Yeah, that's
They're like, yeah, I can do that actually on my phone easily. It's like, and then it's like in the other room, it's like, they're like, all right, did you want that as like a desktop screensaver too? All right, it is. So if you...
Yeah, I took some pictures, and the photo company sent me a copyright. Like here's a copyright letter that that gave me permission to actually. Yeah. So, anyways, right. Christmas. Back to Christmas. There was some other things
we were talking about movies. Like I was gonna say I watched. Is that what we were talking about?
No, we couldn't talk about movies.
We were talking about if we had watched movies. I guess we got off topic.
We're fine. But what Christmas movies? I think we were talking about that way earlier. We probably started to maybe get into it. Maybe
last episode.
Yeah. So, all-time favorite Christmas movie is always going to be Christmas Story. I mean, that's like I think that's most. I think if we had to take a survey, yes, I think if we had to take a survey, I think most people would say A Christmas Story is their favorite movie. Or what do you think?
I think that's probably going to be a lot of people's, just because I think that one came out a little bit before a lot of the other ones that are contenders, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Because I feel like my favorite one is probably National Lampoon's Christmas.
No.
And that didn't come out until like 89, I think.
Yeah, it was a little bit later.
So like people had been enjoying Christmas Story for a little while.
Yeah.
And that probably was one of the only kind of adult ones.
Christmas Story, though.
Other than the real old ones.
Christmas Story was one of the ones that kind of came out. It was like the first new Christmas movie type thing, because before there was like 42nd Miracle on 42nd Street, and
they're like, golly, we got a colored Christmas movie.
Did you say?
I thought they were all black and white.
I'm dying because
wait, I was about to get racist.
Yes, he said they got a colored.
So foul. They got a colored in that movie. No, I just was thinking Miracle on 34th Street, black and white.
I'm sure, yes, it definitely was black and white.
Toyland was like from
and
the
I'm
30s
sure there were
like
no.
That, so that had to be black and white.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay, so you can edit this out, because I'm sure there were no. I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah, no.
I don't care if you put that in since I didn't say it, but yeah, that was like the first movie that was like past all those, and that's like, so it was like a new generation of Christmas movies. I think A Christmas Story started the whole new generation.
Yeah, and I think it like was probably one of the first ones that really kind of nailed it when it come to like trying to create the kind of fantasy dream. That's kind of
what I was thinking of, which I don't know if this is where you were going, but a lot of things kind of came after that were similar to it, with Boy Meets World, but even before then, what was that other show? With the little kid, what would you do if I sang?
Growing Pains. Fred Savage,
but it wasn't called Growing Pains. It was
not Growing Pains. It was called Wonder Years.
The Wonder Years, yeah, exactly. And it had that same
Wonder Years.
It had that same theme with the guy talking in the background over the little kid with starting life and
they had a narrator. They were bomb. I really actually I used to watch that show like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Not to get off topic.
No. I think that's what I think A Christmas Story did for that whole generation. But National Lampoon's was more for I think grown-ups and stuff.
Also, I'm guessing I haven't really watched those older movies, but they're kind of filmed differently. You know what I mean? Obviously, because they're older, they're either going to be like a musical or they're going to be
because they're black and white, and you didn't have a whole lot of variation.
They didn't have a lot to go off of either. They're just there's not even a lot of movies out right now.
Right.
Go back to the catalog.
I honestly,
I don't know. We danced in the rain on the last one.
I haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life. I think we were talking about this. I've seen Babes in Toyland, because if I'm not I think that was a Laurel and Hardy movie. I remember a Laurel Hardy movie.
Anything about it other
with toy soldiers. Do you know who Laurel and Hardy are?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
those guys are great.
Yeah. Okay. So but outside of that, it was Christmas Story. Then from then on, it was Home Alone. I think even my kids like Home Alone. So my older kids and my littler kids.
Home Alone was 91, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. So it wouldn't have much farther after that. Okay. I'd say basically it would be probably Christmas Story would be one of the Kickstarters to be whoa, we can actually have some pretty good, pretty funny Christmas stories. I mean, it's a great topic, especially the way they did it. And I was just also thinking, it had to be one of the first ones where they had
character development.
How they had the family, mm-hmm. They had a little bit of problems, but they were always funny. Right. It was really well written, and then they had a nice family, a nice resolution at the end, So.
I was gonna say. It was just a little.
Classic. It's just a classic.
Yeah.
I mean, all in all.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you haven't seen it, check it out.
And you can cut this if you want to. Slight racism at the end of the movie, just a little bit. Do you remember?
With the Asian,
yeah,
yeah. That's, I don't. I think it's a it's a dead joke at this point. It's a beaten horse joke.
Yeah.
We get it. We get it. Asian people have certain dialect issues.
Right,
They
and
run into issues, but honestly.
They did it well, and it wasn't distasteful at all or anything like that.
No, I mean they definitely. That's one of my favorite things about it is an absolutely like laughing from your gut. I will cry laughing, and it's not a foul. There's no. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably like PG, right?
Yeah, it's PG. Well, because as a matter of fact, because so when the times when they're supposed to curse, Ralphie says fudge instead of cursing.
Yeah.
And then when he's beating up the bully,
that was
you rather further.
She calls the mom on the phone.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? What? And then you hear her like beating him down, and he's like, "What did I do? What did I do?"
That is one of my.
Just like that's so classic. Like,
that is one of my favorite parts. Yeah,
that doesn't happen at all anymore. But that is classic. That could happen. You just be at home playing video games, and you just catch a whooping in the middle of like a game.
No, the next favorite part of mine is when he's sitting in bed and he's remembering or he's not remembering, he's fantasizing that he goes blind and he gets to tell his parents that it was from soap poisoning.
Mouth washed out. Yeah, but without doing the whole episode on my favorite parts of the Christmas Story, I do like the part where he like buries the lamp in the backyard. I think that's my favorite part, where he's just like, or actually, you know what? I always love the not the part where he's like fudge, but that scene where he's like timing himself.
The dad. He's doing good too.
That dude, I don't know. Was that guy in anything else?
I think so.
That guy was absolutely
I think so. I think he's actually pretty famous, actually.
Okay, I'll have to check him out, man. That dude was absolutely hilarious in that movie. Well, you asked me about my favorite movies, but National Lampoon's probably the best to me, and you said Christmas Story.
Right.
What other ones we got? There's so many good ones, dude.
There are a lot of good ones, and my two other favorite Christmas movies, I'm not really sure that they were Christmas movies, but they came out around maybe. So, The Toy.
Okay.
No, wait, The Toy is one of them, but that's not the one I wanted to say first. But anyway, The Toy. Do you remember that one with Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That was
where he's the toy, basically.
Where the rich kid.
Where it's kind of probably would be considered.
Oh, it's super racist. It's just
going a little bit too far.
Probably couldn't get away with that movie.
Yeah, probably wouldn't. They'd be like, nah. Try rewording that, and then come back and see us next year.
And then the other one is Big. I don't know if that was a Christmas story though.
I don't think it had any Christmas in it, did it?
Yeah, because when they went in the department store,
he was big for a little while. Yeah,
I thought
that's a movie I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, well, Penny Marshall just died. She's the one who directed that movie.
Yeah,
she directed that movie. But yeah, Big I thought was a pretty good one.
There's a lot of movies like that where it's like the movie isn't a Christmas movie, but there's still a Christmas element to it. Like
it probably came out around Christmas. Speaking of along those lines of Die Hard, it was what was the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad?
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that was a pretty funny movie. That one was pretty good.
Where they're trying to get the super Ultraman or whatever.
Yeah, they're fighting over it. Yeah. Was Arnold Schwarzenegger supposed to be it was kind of ridiculous because you got this one guy who was just a regular, was like a bus driver or something like that, or whatever his job was.
Mailman.
Yeah, something like that.
That was mailman. He said his dad. I just watched that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I wasn't fully watching it, but it was on in the background.
And Arnold was.
My dad's been a mailman.
And what was Arnold? He was something. He was supposed to. He was an action guy.
I think he was.
Wasn't he rich?
He was some kind of businessman. I think, where he worked a lot or something. And he never came through. The whole thing was he never came through with his kid, and that was the one opportunity he had, was to get this doll that his kid wanted so bad that he would forget all the other.
That movie came out before Black Fridays, right? Because that was the reason why I say
before the concept of Black Friday.
Yeah, because that was the first time where you saw people actually fighting and duking it out.
That one came out in probably because that one came out before the internet was really big. That one came out in 90. I think after Home Alone. I think it was 93 or 4.
Yeah,
or
it was.
a little bit later.
It's pretty old. that
later.
There were lots of movies. I don't know if it was the Christmas movies or the Christmas time or whatever, but that sparked like crazes, like for people to go to the store and want to buy this one gift, and it didn't have to be like a Black Friday.
I was trying to think of funny
It's like Teddy Ruxpin. I think I've seen people fighting over the Teddy Ruxpin.
I was trying to think of that, and I remember the Tickle Me Elmo the first year the Tickle Me Elmos came out. Yo, my friends were hustling Tickle Me Elmos like it was weight, dude. They're like, yo, hit me up. I got like 3 Tickle Me Elmos, dude. It's only gonna be like 7 racks. Yo, they're like, call my boy DJ. Tell him that you are specifically trying to get the L. You're trying to get the E. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're like, sounds like I'm trying to.
I remember if you had to
get some mollies or something. Or like,
it was like a social status. Like if the kids, like if you had a Tickle Me Elmo, then like you could be proud. But if you didn't, like you got the boo boo, the Grouch, Oscar the Grouch.
They're like, I got a Porsche Turbo 911. They're like, I got like 8 Tickle Me Elmos, dude.
Right.
What do you want?
Exactly.
You can't see me with that.
Excuse me. I mentioned Teddy Ruxpin. Nobody probably even remembers what the heck the Teddy Ruxpin.
Do you remember the Teddy Ruxpin theme song?
You remember the Teddy Ruxpin?
I wish I remember that.
No, because I don't.
We'll play a little snippet of the video. Most people probably, if they're watching, they might not. I don't know.
I remember a lot of things, but I don't remember the Teddy Ruxpin. I remember oh my gosh, there was my buddy.
A friend of my friends had one. I never knew anybody.
Oh yeah, no. I never had.
I never had the Teddy Nintendo if I'm gonna get
oh yeah, that was high tech at the time. Or the bear would talk and move his mouth.
Hi, I'm Teddy Ruxpin.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I didn't have that.
Sing with me, and then it's like this creepy. I'm Teddy Ruxpin. It's like, okay, T-Rex.
It had the little cassette tape, remember?
You had to put the cassette tape in the back, in his backpack.
It's so
back of his
weak.
Back.
Now they have like the little robots that you gotta like. That's what one of my sons wants. He wants a robot that you gotta take care of it and raise it.
Yeah, digitally online. It's like a Pokemon or whatever.
Yeah, it's like,
you're like, yeah, this is my Pokemon. It can pretty much kill all the other Pokemons.
I was looking.
I had to walk around the park and find him.
I know we're like all over the place, but I was at the pet store today when we were at the pet store earlier, and I was looking at getting the kids a pet. That's probably not a good idea, huh? To get a pet for the kids for Christmas. I was gonna get them like a couple of hamsters.
No, they're old enough to where that would be a cool
5.
gift.
One's 9 and 5.
Yeah, that's definitely old enough.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that.
That would be cool. I'd be happy. I'd be really happy if I got like a puppy or
cat
or whatever.
That segues actually back to one of my more favorite Christmas movies, which I'm not sure if it was a Christmas movie about giving gifts. Can you think of? Yes, Gremlins.
Mugwise?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that was a Christmas movie for sure.
Are you sure it was a Christmas movie?
It comes up as a ranked Christmas favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what, Netflix? Is it on Netflix? I can't find A Christmas Story anywhere unless it comes on TBS. It
used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on. I watched it on Netflix like last year or something.
Netflix kind of sucks now. Like as far as for like Christmas movies, I can't find any. There's Bad Santa. They got a lot on there.
They got a lot on there.
There's Bad Santa.
Yeah. They don't have a lot of the classics though.
Yeah, they don't have any of the like.
They have
like if when you're searching, when you just want to go find a Christmas movie, what do you look for?
I definitely National Lampoon. I've already watched National Lampoon.
Oh really?
3 times.
Really?
Yeah. I watched Medea's Christmas.
No way! I don't like Medea.
So funny.
I don't like Medea anything. How do you watch Medea?
It's such a funny classic formula.
I don't know.
It's nothing. It's it's not.
What's the movie? Which one is it?
I think it's like Medea's Christmas or something.
What led you to watch it? What brought you to?
So without even getting into that, the beginning of the movie that made me laugh hysterically, basically, is she was doing some charity work, working at the mall or working somewhere like where they had all kinds of Christmas display. I think it was in the mall.
Okay.
And it looked like it was like in the perfume or women's department or something like that. And she's in her dressing room getting ready to come out. She's like, I ain't coming out in this. And so she comes out in this like hilarious little Christmas. She looks like Mrs. Claus, basically.
Okay.
And she's like, just being outlandish.
Like what's her name from Saturday Night Live? I can imagine her in the same type of outfit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The one.
Anyways, what was funny is because I forget why she was like, no, I don't. I'm done. She's like, I'm going home, and she's like, I'm taking the money you owe me too, and they're like, wait, you can't. We're gonna pay. You can't just do that. And she's like, watch me. And she like went back over in the register. She's like, I'm taking $150 because that's how much you owe me. Mm-hmm. And then she grabbed like a dress. She's like, I'm taking this too.
What?
And she, oh my, it was just like this huge dramatic scene, and it was. I mean, it was so funny.
I'll have to just take your word for it because
I mean, it's not like really highbrow humor, but it's just funny because
I don't know. I haven't watched a Medea movie, not one. I haven't seen one.
I mean, that part was funny, and then she's always like, "Why in the hell?" Everything's always, "Why in the hell?"
Hello, I know she says that. Hello.
Yeah, like real, like Georgia. Like I'm from Florida, so that kind of talk to me is funny. So maybe that's why.
That's Southern. Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Nobody really talks like that out here in Colorado, but
no. Well, there's a lot.
Well, I guess there's a lot of people moved out here now, but I mean, 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, there weren't. No.
But back home, you know, Georgia, Alabama, Florida. I mean, there's a lot of twang going on in that little triangle right there. So it's like.
Maybe that's what it is.
And she's from Georgia, or at least the character's from Georgia, I believe. Okay. So it's always like, everything's like, yeah, she moved to Seattle. Why in the hell she moved to Seattle? She's like, yeah, and then she got a new job. Why the hell she got a new job out there? It's like, oh, just why in the hell? Or that damn, look at that damn. Or like, always just like, I don't know why that's funny to me. Just because so many people talk like that down there. And it's like, it's naturally kind of funny to hear people get like that, I guess. I think
I've seen one of her first movies, but yeah, no.
This
really Christmas movie, this is her. This just came out.
I don't know. I don't think so. I saw it on.
Okay.
On cable.
Yeah, see, that's what we were talking about. Is that I don't. There's not a whole lot of good.
There's so many Christmas movies though. Even like I like even the cheesy ones though.
Okay.
Where they're like, the dog saves Christmas. You're like, what?
No. Well, see, you're probably more of a like. Christmas, like you like.
I like Christmas. Yeah. See, I mean, I haven't really like had a lot of. Bam.
The dog.
He just got indigestion.
Yeah. See, Christmas.
I mean, I don't know.
I have
like
mixed feelings
Christmas
of
to
Christmas.
me has always been pretty fun. I mean, I've had Christmases obviously where my family hasn't had like. Tremendous amount of money to spend on us,
right,
but it's like,
right.
That's not what
I
Christmas
is supposed to be, right?
Yeah, so I think about like getting like that's why I think I love the Christmas Story and National Lampoon's because I just relate to that.
Okay.
Even though that's a little bit more dressed up, like kind of fantasy version of it, but I do love that kind of like
the family.
You know. You say you're not going to get that because you'll get hurt messing around with that toy, but in the end, Dad comes through and like you know, Mom didn't even know. You know, it's like that kind of stuff happens, and that stuff's really cool. You know, so it's like I can relate to that. It's like that, or just like the crazy family members coming over, and I don't think I've had anybody burn down our Christmas tree before, but it's like if it had happened, it's not like so far that it's unbelievable. You know.
Yeah, no, I've had all kinds of.
So I guess I could just really relate to those movies, or at least what they're trying to.
Yes.
To say and the message that they're trying to send, where it's like, oh, the dogs knocked over and spoiled the turkey, but you know they still had a good Christmas in the end at just going to get Chinese food, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah.
Kind of our similar situation where it's like. Fortunately haven't had any like traumatic experiences or anything that would like. Cast a shadow over the holidays, luckily, but it's like we've always made the best out of like whatever situation.
For me, so a lot of people though, and this is with me, is a lot of people do kind of when I was growing up, Christmas was Christmas. You know, the kids got gifts and everything like that, but it was never the same family event as Thanksgiving was. You know what I mean? Like we never really. It wasn't really. It was only recently where we started doing a Christmas dinner. You know, and having the family come over for a Christmas dinner. But yeah, it was just Christmas was always just about gifts and stuff like that. It wasn't, and we would see the movies like A Christmas Story and stuff like that. But even in that one, so like in National Lampoon's, all the family came together, which
it's like a family reunion type.
Right, whereas in A Christmas Story, it was just the nuclear family right there, and so that's what I'm more used to. It's just the family together, we're doing our thing.
Yeah, and I liked both both perspectives. It was great, and it's just like, I've had both experiences. Usually, I don't, come Christmas time, we would go and try to have like a family get together, but sometimes it wouldn't be that. Sometimes it would just be the family, and it's like I like both. That's pretty cool.
Right. Well, and then of course there was a time where I left my major family, moved out here, and just had my own. So it was always just personally, but that's later on. So and of course, so now I try to like I try with my kids, the older kids and the younger kids, I try to ingrain in them some of my traditions, and Christmas Story is one of them. And I feel so bad because I haven't sat and watched the Christmas Story this year with any of them.
Well, they usually play the 24-hour marathon on Christmas Eve, so
that's true.
Just
that's true.
Watch for that.
We were watching clips.
Whatever they're playing that on.
We were watching clips of me and the little kids were watching clips because I was showing them some of the stuff that we were gonna do for the episode that we were gonna do for that, and so I was showing them some of the clips because. They were gonna act it out, the Ralphie scene where he tackles the bully in the snow, Scott Fergus with the yellow eyes. Yeah. So, but
he's like, Scott Fergus.
He had yellow eyes, so help me God, yellow eyes. Yeah, I thought that was that.
Yeah, the what do they call that? Like the digression, the digressions that he like. Oh, that was just such a classic movie.
Yeah.
They've been playing out of the Santa Clauses.
Oh,
they've been playing them like crazy. I think that's the only one that I know of that has like a trilogy.
You know what movie?
A trilogy.
You know what movie is funny, but I've only probably seen it twice. But it's so funny. But it's a really good movie. Mm-hmm. Elf.
Oh, yeah, I watched that one. That was on TV.
You've just been watching all of these movies.
I try to watch them, dude. Every year I watch them. I used to be really bad and used to like just do a marathon and watch them.
Oh yeah, no.
And when we'd have our family get together, I would buy them on DVD or whatever, really? And I would bring them over. I still got them scattered around.
Make everyone watch it.
But yeah, I just put them on in the background just so it wasn't like...
Yeah, that's cool. Home Alone is that has to be on the list, though,
Kevin
right?
McAllister.
Yeah.
That dude's the man.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing these days. He's
doing his thing. I just saw him... I actually didn't get to watch it or see it, but I saw an ad that said... Macaulay Culkin reprises his role... Not reprise his role. I shouldn't say that because that makes it sound like there's a movie or something. But I think he just did the little skit or something where he played old Kevin, where he played his current age. But he's Kevin McAllister, but current day, like modern day. And I don't know what.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing like pranks or if he's just like got a normal job. I don't know what the premise of it was, but it looked funny.
Well, because his family was rich. His family was like loaded in the movie. They took how many of them went to France?
For like 20.
Yeah,
a busload of kids. So much that they lost count and didn't even know.
Exactly. So if he grows up and is like
happen nowadays, they're like, ooh, I actually forgot our kid at home.
That is something we were talking about though. Reboots. Like what Christmas movies do you think they should read?
The script a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're like, oh, Child Protective Services are here.
Exactly.
We're looking for Kevin McAllister, and then you have to do a bunch of pranks on the Child Protective Services to prevent getting taken away. We're trying to get you. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know how they spin that. They do have a.
What other movie could they?
They rebooted The Grinch.
Yeah, but they just did the same. Well, they did another one that just came out. Is that a reboot, or is it like a part 2, or is it
even another one? I'm like, yo, they're riding that Grinch wave. Did they see that green?
I didn't really like Jim Carrey's. Did you like that one?
All right, I have had other people ask me that because I'm like a huge Jim Carrey fan. Like he's probably like one of the most influential.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's
people was like for my sense who helped me develop my sense of humor, other than maybe my dad.
Okay.
He probably was one of the most, had the most impact on my growing up sense of humor, and I didn't really like the movie that much, and I don't really even know why. I was trying to tell my girl, and I was like, I don't even know why I don't really like it that much because. the sets that they had were beautiful, with like the trees and
the
decorations
writing was
and
horrible.
stuff.
It wasn't written well.
The script or something.
Yeah, it was just like a bunch of
maybe
one-liners.
a little bit too animated, like they were just riding. He was on the mask thing.
Yeah, and I think he. It wasn't the mask. It was the animal one. What was that movie?
Ace Ventura?
Yeah, he hates that he made that movie.
That's like one of my favorite movies.
I know, and he hates that people say that.
I think it's one of the most like genius characters ever created.
If you see him when someone asks him about that movie in an interview, you should look at his face. He's just like,
it's the same thing. It's like Robert Plant says the same thing. Oh, when I hear Skyway to Heaven, it gives me hives. Well, you know what, dude? You probably made almost $1 billion off it. I don't really care if it gives you hives. Rack it again. Play it again. When I put in my 50 cents into the jukebox and I want to hear Stairway to Heaven.
That's Dave Chappelle.
Cash in your royalties, dude.
That's Dave Chappelle in Half Baked. He hates that he made Half Baked. He doesn't like it.
Well,
but so
I can understand because it helps. They might think it helps take away from people taking them seriously, or something like that, or whatever.
Well, they don't think he doesn't.
It's like
for that one. He didn't like the way that he didn't like he liked how it was written and everything. He doesn't like. He said after it hit the cutting room floor that they changed it and made it a whole different film from what he thought it was supposed to be.
I could see how it would, because it doesn't.
But
it clashes with his style. How he would.
But then you think about that. What if they did it his way, and it bombed?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been so. If they did it now, it would probably be really funny. Yeah, and even then, it probably would have been really funny too. But it was catered more for like people who aren't stoners. Right, you know what I mean? You didn't have to be like a stoner to appreciate it.
Well, yeah, I liked it. So
yeah, I liked it too.
So that was not a Christmas movie though, was it?
No, but they did. Yeah, well.
We kind of. Oh, you also got to consider the fact of I don't have as much memory on that camera. I guess it's all right. We only have one, so but
yeah, we'll wrap it up. We're not gonna talk all day, but
yeah. So I think that I didn't like that movie. I also didn't, even though I think it actually was a Christmas thing. I think some of these movies are Christmas movies because they released them at Christmas. And I think another one of those with Jim Carrey was The Cat in the Hat. And I didn't like...
that was Mike Myers.
Oh, you're absolutely right. It was Mike Myers.
I never saw that movie.
But they were kind of the same way in the way that they were not funny.
It's hard to act out Salvador Dali painting. You know what I mean? It's like they're like, we're gonna make a Dr. Seuss film without doing a bunch of acid before we make the film. So we're just going to do our... You know what I mean? It's well, of course that's what you're going to get, is some weird result, especially since how...
They're rebooting everything.
Yeah, they're like, we'll do it again if we mess it up.
You can't reboot the classics. Like, you can't reboot A Christmas Story.
I can't even hardly believe you can really reboot films, man. I really struggle to think of...
Didn't you tell me, and
it's like it's come out better than the original.
Didn't you tell me, and maybe I'll sound like the whole world already knows and I'm the only person who doesn't, but didn't you tell me that you saw a preview for a Goonies reboot?
I think, yeah.
That's
crazy. I saw that when I went to go see Star Wars or one of the big movies.
Really?
Yeah,
Goonies reboot.
I'll have to look it up, but
my kids.
It was a long enough time where I would think it would have came out by now. So maybe they might have had some kind of rights issue or something getting that getting it out. I mean,
yeah, because that was I couldn't see how you could redo it. And all those old movies all have a lot of underlying stuff in it that you couldn't really do today.
Yeah,
like Data.
It looked pretty cool. It looked cool because they had Data and they had.
I know he could have been like stereotypical.
It was pretty stereotypical. It was like the Karate Kid reboot. You're like, you already knew what was going down.
Yeah.
You're like, this is going to be very borderline racist, but they had good intentions, so I'm not going to
how about
jump the gun here.
Indiana Jones reboot too? Because I remember they had Short Round in Indiana Jones.
Okay, so they did bring. They didn't. Well, I guess that reboot would be the word. Yeah.
Was it? Or was it just it was a
Crystal Skull or whatever?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw it and it was all right, but it was.
I saw parts of it.
It was a little. People are like, oh, that's like a bastardization of the Indiana Jones, kind of lore, I think, because they had aliens or something. So they kind of went.
No,
they kind of went right.
Did they really do that? They
put aliens
so it was
in
it. That's
it was.
horrible.
I'd have to rewatch it because I remember even when I was watching, and I really like
Shy.
Like all those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, like he is. I think he's really talented and a really funny dude.
Yeah.
And he's just one of those guys. I don't know. I really like him. I think he's fun. I think he's a funny dude. Or at least I like his acting and like his movies.
And then also,
and then of course Harrison Ford.
Right.
All time, probably one of the. I mean, he's secured basically the dopest roles in Hollywood.
Noah wants a Han Solo. Noah wants a Han Solo and a Chewie for Christmas. He's like, I want a Han Solo and a Chewie.
Yeah, and you like, have I even told you about Indiana Jones too? So just so you know,
they won't. It's so hard to get these kids into anything that.
Yeah, they don't watch anything that we. They don't even. It's not. Not only is it not cool.
You know,
it's like lame because the graphics and everything else are just loud. They're like, I can do this on my iPad in like 5 minutes.
I was gonna say my 9-year-old, he doesn't even play with toys hardly. He plays with like the 5-year-old. He loves toys, but the 9-year-old,
computer.
He wants to be on the computer or something like that. He doesn't play with like toys, like action figures and stuff like that. He like, I'm gonna go play a game.
We're like, yeah, we love Superman and Batman. All right, so I'm gonna tie a pillowcase, and then I'm gonna go outside and like my underwear, basically. And
right.
Now I can tell you, so like, oh man, this game sucks. All right, I'm just gonna make my own mobile app
right.
real quick here. Okay, let me. This is C++ or whatever.
Yes.
I'm gonna upload this to the cloud, and then basically I'm gonna upload this on Steam. And if you guys want, you can buy it for like $3. You're like, dang, hustle!
Yeah, I gotta make sure anything I get them that I'm sure I know how to program it or set it up or whatever. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna just go with that.
I went to the grocery store. I went to the like department store the other day when I was shopping for Christmas gifts, and I went into the aisle where they had all the video game type stuff. Okay. They had all kinds of like figures and other type of cool dirt glasses, kind of cool knickknacks to look at, and dude, they had this whole little programming shelf, which was
really for the
very
kids?
Expensive. It was everything was over $100, but it looked like it was all geared for your like young teens, like 10, like right around 10, starting at around 10, and moving past like 12, I think was the age start. But it was like really cool. It's like one was like learn how to program your own game. One's like program robotics, and like I was just like, man, Legos was cool. But that is some real deal stuff if you were able to get a hold of something like that as a kid.
Well, if you play the games now, like I mean Christmas gifts are even way different. But like the games now, like I don't know if you've seen Roblox or Minecraft or what have you. And there's these games where they're building this stuff. They've got to go and select. I mean, like the little kids are going in there and designing their projects and stuff like that. It's crazy. We didn't have any of that stuff at all. Like, these kids are gonna be like, they're gonna be so.
They might even go to the moon one day.
Right. Again, we'll have the Space Force.
Well, that's what my dad's generation will be like. Oh, I don't care about all that programming. We went to the moon on a toaster.
Right.
That thing only had a place where you could plug in a cassette tape, and that was it.
They're showing pictures of Mars now. I've just seen pictures.
They like got headphones on. They're like holding some wand. They're like, all right, Houston, I believe we're gonna need to.
I literally.
They're like, hey, Gare. Which way? Okay, we're going to make a left here, I believe. 13 degrees? 13? We can't make 13? All right, 15 degrees. We're going to have to...
I know someone who doesn't believe that we landed on the moon. Yeah.
Well, they're going to know pretty soon. Because didn't somebody just...
Oh, no, the person with
we're getting off topic of Christmas.
So we'll talk about that.
I think there was a country that... they've contracted out that they're going to go back to the moon. I don't know if
probably.
It's China.
I know they're going to space, but yeah.
Someone's going back into the moon, so it's like, all right, I know they're going to circle around over there and see if all that equipment's over there still.
No, that's right. They did leave some stuff there.
There better be a flag poked on the ground.
I'm sure
they've got still standing. It better be chilling there, unless a crater, a meteor came in and was like, boom.
You're right. No, I don't think that happened. But I guess it would still be there. I mean, there's got to be something. Stuff.
We should do an episode on space.
Oh yeah,
let's do that.
Do you think
we'll do that someday?
And why not have Neil? Why not have?
We'll see if we can get Neil.
Neil deGrasse Tyson on.
I'll make a couple calls. We'll see if we can get him on.
Yeah.
If not, maybe just like a little phone.
Yeah, he can phone in.
Just like a real quick.
And
like, hey, what's up?
We'll get Joe Rogan instead.
Here. Earth's not flat. Later. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Neil deGrasse is cool. He's from the Bronx.
Yeah, dude, he's great.
Yeah, so Hey, I hope you guys are gonna tune in and hopefully, I think we're gonna do the New Year's episode, so it'll be live. And if you guys see that, we want you to hit the comments, likes, and talk to us while we're there. We'll live stream you.
Yeah. I want to also say thanks for everybody who watched the Halloween episode. Had a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people gave some constructive criticism too, and kind of gave good feedback. So I really want to just say thanks for everyone who watched that, and if you clicked likes, press whatever, that was really cool. So we got not tons, but I think about 100 views or so.
Something like that. So most of them were me.
Yeah. 75 of those were Chico, but
and we're gonna try and put out some more shows more often. We're not gonna give it like 8-week break in between episodes.
The holidays and the travel slowed us down a little bit on that, so we're gonna try to get something out for New Year's. At least just wishing everybody a happy New Year. Ideally, we'd love to get and do a little live thing on YouTube, so we'll definitely be looking into that. If it's not too hard, or if it's our schedules are all good there and line up, then we'll probably do. We might even throw out just a little video saying when to check it out, but for the most part, it's, I would say, probably about 11:30ish.
Yeah,
bringing it on into the New Year's, maybe 11:30 to 12:30.
We'll have a few. That
would be Mountain Time.
We'll have a few. What was the drink that we had on the Halloween episode?
Oh, we are just gonna be making it rain with witches.
With witches'
heart.
Yeah.
The witch's heart.
So that's should be a good thing. Thanks for tuning in, and
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. Yeah, Kwanzaa. I think one of the Kwanzaa has 8 days or something like that. Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for sure.
Ramadan, I think it's been months ago.
We were even talking about that. We're not going to get into it, but we were even talking about how universal the celebration of Christmas truly is throughout the world.
Right. Yeah. The celebration of the end of the beginning of winter,
and we only talked about we didn't even say Feliz Navidad.
I don't think there's an N in there.
Navidad.
Yeah, Feliz Navidad. We can sing it. Prospero
Feliz
año.
Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Prospero año felicidad. And you go, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry
Christmas. That was pretty. Oh, nice. Yo, so we might even be throwing out some music videos or something.
We got some.
We might remix that. We got that song. We got the other song we threw out for the thing that we didn't even put out
yet.
Yeah,
you might hear that too.
We got some tracks. We might even put out a musical we were talking about, but musicals are kind of lame. But I think it would be kind of funny to have a DirtyV.
Oh yeah,
Chico.
I could write like a musical about the Trump administration or something like that.
Yeah, and the wall going up. That would be so.
The steel slats. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Oh, man. Yes, thank you. You guys, have a great holiday. Be safe. Do not drink and drive. If you guys have booze, Uber it, Lyft it.
Just don't do it.
Pay your taxi, walk, ride a bike, or crash at the place you're at. Don't drink and drive. You just don't want that mess around the holidays. So be responsible. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully you get all the stuff that you wanted for the holidays.
Yep.
Hopefully Santa rolls through your crib, leaves a little something that isn't cold. And hopefully we'll see you on the New Year's episode.
Yep. All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Merry everything.
Merry everything.